out of Eastport, Maine. So this is looking east, away from the city. I'm going to show you back this way just a little bit. You can maybe see, I'm going to go aft. Here's the stern of the ship. Those are salmon farms out there. And this is Campobello. That's Canada we're looking at. So, give you a quick shot. That's where we went for our excursion today. So, just let you see that. Now I'm going to go on the west side of the ship, port, and we will see Eastport, Maine. So let's go over here and see how, of course, it's gorgeous, the sunset. We're about an hour away from sunset, but let you see over here. It's going to get windy, so hopefully this microphone will kick in properly. We are looking directly at Eastport, Maine. So, hi, Becky, how are you? All right, there we are. Okay, so it's hard to see, but that is Eastport, Maine. You look down, so this is south behind us, a little ship going along. Sorry I can't see too well. Well, hello from Long Island, how are you? Thank you. Oh, everybody's joining us tonight. Thank you. Fiona's here, hello. Meekum, Casey, Olson. I can barely read these because I didn't bring my glasses up. Allison is at dinner with the group right now. It's really hard. We're really torn tonight because, well, as you can see, this is an absolutely beautiful Sailaway. I mean, look at what you're looking at here. This is just gorgeous. And again, we're looking west as the sun begins to set. And then this is south. But it's just beautiful. This is Maine. Now, this is my first time to Maine. I did a tally in my head and figured out that there are 3 states, 4 until today, but yes, it was a tender port. There were 3 states that I have not been to yet, and Maine was my 4th one. So today I visited Maine for the first time in my life. This is kind of odd. I've yet to be to Arkansas and North Dakota, and I think Oklahoma. I don't know for sure, but I know at least the other 2 I have yet to visit. And so today I got Maine off my list, and I've been to Maine. I've seen it in video, films and such, and it is exactly what I pictured. And I was not disappointed. I mean, this is just beautiful. So, happy you're going to be here next week. So we can barely see Eastport City right there. It's just beautiful. It's a very quaint, very small town. But as Allison reported last week, they were so excited for us to come. And as we talked to some of the locals here, let me take a quick side track here. If you look down, maybe you can see a couple of those red buoys. floats. Those are lobster floats. So these are people's lobster traps down there. So let me go forward here just a little bit. But yes, like I said, it's exactly as I pictured. Oops. I'm playing with the button here. Sorry, didn't mean to bump it. Okay. So Eastport, Maine, as you see here behind the sun, is just this quaint little town. You can see a steeple over there, a couple of steeples actually. And the main street, if you can kind of see just to the left of the sunset reflection on the water there, is the main port. And so the locals were telling us, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. The locals were telling us that there have been a fair number of cruise ships here this year, not as many as before, but this is the first ship that was not able to dock directly there on the dock. Remember, we're the Enchanted Princess. We are a ship that holds 4,000 people. And so, yeah, this is a large ship. So it could not dock right there. However, I did some reading. Eastport is the deepest natural harbor in the United States. So there would not be an issue if we were to dock there, other than the length of the ship. The depth would not be an issue. So just a little tidbit there. They were so welcoming here. They, again, like Allison reported last week, they were ready for us. They had blocked off the main street. They had people down there, at least 3 or 4 different places, locals performing, playing the guitar, playing, little bands, homemade bands, just very welcoming. They had some, almost like a farmer's market kind of an affair in 2 or 3 locations. The local retail locations were very much waiting for us. So the question here, has the ship gone there before? From what we understand, this is the first Princess ship to visit Eastport, or at least this summer. Not sure. That's kind of what we understand. So and we're going to come back here just a little bit. Again, to the left is Canada. That is Canada, where Campobello, Franklin Delano Roosevelt's summer home since he was born, is over there. There was a small bridge that links it straight to the US. Watch our video today and Allison will give you an in-depth of our visit there and our visit here in Eastport. So she talks a little bit more in depth about what we did today. So that video we hope to have up later this evening. But it's just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Looks like we have a little lighthouse over here. There was another lighthouse that we saw as we came from Campobello that we got to stop at. The thing I like about this area is these trees. So very much like what you find in pretty much anything of this latitude, with Seattle up into Alaska, Norway into Sweden, where you have these archipelagos and the fir and pine trees that come right down to the water. To me, this is ideal. This is iconic Maine, iconic Scandinavia. It's just my favorite kind of an area. I don't know if I'd have to say my favorite, because I also love the Caribbean and how that feels when you do a sail away there with the palm trees, right, Jeffrey? So just so many beautiful things. And again, Allison's going to give some detail, but somebody was asking what the temperature was today. It was perfect. The temperature was perfect. I'd say it was probably about 72 degrees. You can see that it's sunshine, so the sun shone all day long. Not a cloud in that sky anywhere. Just absolutely gorgeous. No rain, beautiful sunshine, a nice, well, right now it's a brisk breeze as we sail off up the coast here, but it was also just perfect. Not too hot, not too cold, just right around 72, 73 degrees as we walked through town. If you felt a little warm, you stepped into the shade. If that cooled you off a little too much, you stepped back into the sun. We bought some chocolate, got some candy, some popcorn. By the time we got around where the lobster rolls and such were there, they were gone. So as much as they prepared for having everybody come and eat and visit this wonderful little town, they did run out of what they had. So, but that's okay. It was still a wonderful, wonderful time. We just absolutely loved it. Let's see what this couple of questions here. We are going to Boston on Thursday. What is the one thing should not miss? And will we try to get into the sanctuary? No, we're not planning to do the sanctuary on this trip with a group. Too busy. Tonight I'm going to go to the other side. We're just so windy here, so I'm going to get a little bit of shelter coming around. No, we won't be doing the sanctuary. Tonight's an 80s dance party, and for those of you that don't know, Air Supply is on board and they are doing a concert tonight as well. So that is going to be kind of a highlight for a lot of people. But something not to miss in Boston. There's a number of things not to miss in Boston. Let me come around here where you can see these salmon farms a little bit better. And again, this is Canada over here. Seven-day on the Enchanted, early August. Oh, it's a beautiful ship. Yeah, but you can see just right there, smack in the middle, those are Atlantic salmon. So that's where they're farmed. They're placed in those areas. They're covered, so, but they're placed in there when they're about 2 inches, and then they once they get about 2 years old, and then they farm them. Yes, the question was, did we have a nice day in Campobello? We had an absolutely delightful day in Campobello. Just wonderful, full of history. I'll link Allison's video. Watch for that to drop, hopefully later, not too late, but later this evening. And we'll have that where she describes in detail our visit to Campobello. We'll include photos and some short video clips. It was just a delightful time. The cottage and the house there, quaint, very, very well kept. So we just had a delightful time. Back to the question about what to do in Boston. We were there yesterday. We visited our family, our son and his cute little family. So we definitely had an agenda of taking the 2 little girls to the mall. Then we took the entire family and had ice cream. If you've never been to Boston before and you have the time, go on the Freedom Trail. Use the trolley tours, either one of those. If you use the trolley tours, it follows the Freedom Trail, and it's a hop-on, hop-off bus basically, and it will go around town. They go to the north end for the Old North Church. It'll go past the old City Hall for Independence, where they read the Declaration of Independence in public for the first time. The State House, Boston Commons, the Park Cemetery, the Bowery Cemetery. Then it goes across over towards Bunker Hill. Then it also goes, hello, how are you guys? Hope and Tim. Then it goes around from Bunker Hill. At the bottom of Bunker Hill, at the top is a monument. At the bottom is the USS Constitution, which of course is Old Ironsides, the original, the oldest sailing naval vessel in the U.S. Navy. And they actually take it out on the 4th of July every year. So I assume you can hear the music. There is a party going on up here, and I am aft, and it is way up there. So it is a ways away, but there is a lot of music going on. So definitely that would be something I'd recommend in Boston, is again either the trolley tours or the Freedom Trail. Just wonderful. We loved to get onto the USS Constitution and tour it. I have a couple of my favorite souvenirs from there. If you are going to the north end where the Old North Church is, of course, Paul Revere, sorry. We love to go to a place called Mike's Pastries. Mike's Pastries has been there since the 50s. It is iconic Boston. Get a cannoli. Leave the gun, get the cannoli. They have so many different cannolis flavors. You can just get a basic one. You can also get chocolate. You can get chocolate chip. Just wonderful. So yeah, Hope, I would highly recommend extend that for a day or so, just in order to get that. So again, this is Canada. I'll walk over to the other side again when we get to the end of this island up here. Just beautiful. Maybe I'll go over since we can see the sunset better. Excuse me. You know what, maybe I should go up there. Then you can see everything. Let's try this. All right. Let you see this as I hike up these stairs. Forgive my panting when I get to the top. Oh, there is no one up here. Now we're talking. Okay, this is deck 19. This is the highest you can go on this ship. They have a little miniature golf course, putting green. Okay, but look at this view. Okay, we're talking. Yes, Allison is okay. She is at dinner. Like I said, we can't be 3 places at once. So we divide and conquer. She is visiting with those in our group for dinner, and I am bringing to you this lovely Sailaway view. Does it get any better than this? Again, excuse my panting. Just came up a flight of stairs. Look at that. Again, we've been told that a little interaction is helpful, so please answer the question. Can you get any better than this? Has anybody else sailed out of Maine? Have you been to Eastport here? Have you been to, oh, what's the other port that we missed? Have you been to Acadia State Park or National Park? Tomorrow, we will be getting to St. John for the Bay of Fundy. So Trying to read these. Honorary sailor on the USS Constitution. Oh, that is wonderful. So a little bit of, look at this. I'm going to bring you over here a little closer. Bar Harbor. Yeah, we did not make it to Bar Harbor. It was swapped out for Eastport, and we were not disappointed. Oh, Trish, thank you so much. Thank you very much for that little super chat, super thanks. Very kind of you. Look at this. Just beautiful. So when we visited the USS Constitution, and again, we've been to Boston, been going there for nearly 18 years now since my son first started there at school. And so one of the trips we went on board where they give you the tour and just absolutely love it. Here I am acting like a peacock showing off. We have 3 sons and a daughter, and our 3 sons are all Eagle Scouts. Each one of them, as they attained the rank of Eagle, we wrote to, well, actually, we signed up online with the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., and you can order a U.S. flag that has been flown over the U.S. Capitol. And of course, you know, it's kind of a almost where they did a mill, a factory kind of a thing where they raise it up and pull it back down, raise it up, pull it back down, so that you know, all these flags. And so each one of our sons has a flag that we gave them as a gift that was flown over the U.S. Capitol, and that was that was their gift, just to kind of remind them about, you know, attaining that rank of Eagle. Well, our daughter, definitely not being a Boy Scout, it looks like there may be an eagle flying along up there. When we went to the USS Constitution, they offered anybody who wanted could purchase a U.S. flag. This is a 3-foot by 5-foot flag that has flown over the USS Constitution. And I leaned over to her and I said, I think you need that. And she happily accepted that. Not only did she get to do that, but as she stood there, she walked over and she helped to raise the flag and then to lower it, and then got to help fold it. And that is the flag, the U.S. flag that she now has. So it meant a lot to her to do that, because we just had grown so fond of visiting there in Boston. So thought that was a cute little story that you might appreciate. You can see this island here as we go past it. There's some places under construction here. Thank you, Trish, again. Thank you so much for joining. So, but you can see there's some beautiful, beautiful homes. One thing that we were told about by the locals is, I'm going to move back over to the sun side here. As some of these local people age, there is no really good hospital or medical facilities around here. This is, you know, if you need medical, you may have to travel for some time. And so as some of these people age, they worry about that. And so a number of the older people have been, I guess you would say, migrating away, moving away, and they sell their homes. But a lot of the younger generation, they'll buy them, but they don't buy them as a permanent residence, but as a summer residence. So again, the population we hear is diminishing a little bit, yet the money is staying here, so that it is staying to be a nice place. I would highly recommend, if you want to visit Eastport, Maine, oh man, if it's on your itinerary, you're not going to go wrong. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. So again, watch for Allison's video. We'll have more video later this evening. We have an 80s dance party here up on the pool deck. It's going to be outside. The temperature, we understand, is going to be in the 50s. I will be wearing, so watch. I meant to wear tonight our Love Boat t-shirt, the ones that we made for the cruise. But I will be wearing it to the 80s party. So just hope this is okay. So come around over here and you can see as we come to the end of this island, and I circle around. There's the aft of the ship. There's the wake. I call it the wake view pool. Not maybe that's definitely on another ship. That's what it's called. There's your sunset. Absolutely beautiful sunset. So there's Maine over there. Just beautiful as we go on around the archipelago here. All these little islands. Oh man. This to me is iconic Maine, but it's also iconic Sweden, a little bit of iconic Norway. So there's Scandinavia. To me, that's a Scandinavian view. It's also a northwest look of view around Seattle. I just love this kind of a location. Missed that last note. Yes, thank you. Let me come around this side. You can see again. You get above the rail so you can see better. We're coming to the end. Oh, look at this lighthouse. There you go. How's that? Just beautiful. Looks like an original salmon farm here, maybe. Look at those homes. Just beautiful. The trees go on for miles, all the way across. Fiona, you're going to visit Rockland and Portland. Thank you. You're going to love it. Oh, we wish everybody was here with us. If you weren't here, you'd be down eating dinner with us. So tomorrow we will be in the Bay of Fundy, St. John. Here we are on the very south end of the Bay of Fundy. The tide today, it was well, I've got some footage I'll add to the video today. But high tide was at 2 minutes before noon, and then it started, and low tide was about 6 hours later. So high tide, so that would be, it's low tide now. Look at you can see from the water line there. And then high tide again would be around midnight tonight. But even here, because it's so close to and part of the Bay of Fundy in reality, one of the channels we saw was fairly involved as they were trying to move their boats along to get through it. The current was very strong, so they very much definitely could not sail through there. You had to have your motor going full speed in order to get through. So I'll include some of that footage in our video tonight about that little channel that we saw. It had just crested, so we were there about 30 minutes after high tide. So it was starting to ebb, and just beautiful. But it was a strong current going through that little channel. It's right by the Roosevelt Bridge, which is the bridge that connects Lebec, Maine, to the island for Campobello, where Roosevelt's home was. So let's see, Manhattan, summer, yeah, okay. Thank you. Just beautiful. Look at that. Look at that lighthouse. And I don't know if you can see the detail. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm trying today, something I haven't done for a while, is I have this on the gimbal. Oops, let's go down. And there we go. Trying to keep it from bouncing around too much, but you can see There you go. Lighthouse, look at the birds. Look at all the seagulls on those rocks. Very iconic, very beautiful. I'm trying to hold still, but this zoom in, I'm gonna have to zoom out so you don't get bouncy, and I don't want you guys getting seasick on me. Look at that. Just beautiful. I'll come back around. Let me go slow now. I'm going to show you the entire vista here. So that's looking forward. Okay, so there's the smokestack. I'm on the aft golfing putting green, deck 19. So here we are. So you're looking off the starboard side as we come around aft, almost aft. That's kind of at an angle. Now this is looking directly aft. There's the town of Eastport way down there. There's the sunset. So as we continue on around, now we're looking kind of at an angle, and now we're coming up the port side. Let me zoom out. Well, I'll just leave it there. I think that's a good angle. I'll zoom back out just a little bit. There you go. How's that for a sunset? So we're getting far enough away. I think we may lose reception here soon. And what's funny is the locals even talk about the fact, okay, with Canada right here, Canada is at this point Atlantic time, which is 1 hour ahead of Eastern time. So that over there is an hour ahead of Maine over here. So as we cross the bridge, they set it to Atlantic time. We never changed our time. It wasn't worth it. But because of the cell towers around here, the locals complain that depends on which tower you get as to what time it's going to tell you it is. So that can be a little frustrating, I think. There's that sunset. All right. Oops. I'm trying to read here. Oh, thank you. You guys are so nice. All right, I'm going to go down these steps. Zoom back out all the way. How are you? Carrie's up here.
My putting.
How well do you do?
Oh, terrible. Sailing on by.
Yeah, not even close. Okay.
It's been a few years.
All right, I'm going to go this side. And I think it's probably about time to sign off before we lose it. Let me go down here. There you go. And those of you that remember Jimmy Stewart as Harry Bailey saying the best sounds in the world: train whistle, steamship, and something else. So just beautiful. So there we'll say goodbye to the island for Campobello and come around this side. The sun setting over Maine. So we are leaving the United States. We will be in Canada tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and that's St. John for the Bay of Fundy. Thursday, we will be in Halifax, and then Friday is the sea day, and Saturday morning we return to New York. So, and our Sailaway tomorrow, okay, that's going to be around 3 in the afternoon, and that's Atlantic time, if I remember right. So I think we lose an hour tonight. Wah, wah. So we actually arrive in St. John at 3 something this morning, in the morning, tomorrow morning. So we will be there in just about 9 hours instead of the normal like 12 to 15. So we'll be there early, we'll dock. Tenders, no, not tend. I don't think it's tenders. But anyway, going ashore is not available until 7 a.m. So I think I was up here too late to get the Love Boat horn. So I don't think we got the Love Boat horn tonight. He talked about it when he gave his announcement that we were about ready to leave. So that's when I jumped up from dinner. So, okay. So tomorrow, 3-ish in the afternoon, Atlantic time, as we depart from the Bay of Fundy, St. John. So going across the nation, that'll be 2 o'clock Eastern, noon Utah time, and 11 a.m. on the Pacific coast. So, and maybe Fiona, it might not be as late for you in Scotland. So hopefully we'll be able to get a few more people joining us, since it will be earlier in the afternoon. So tomorrow, Bay of Fundy, we plan to go see the reversing rapids. That's going to be an exciting day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And then the next day again is Halifax, and I think that's more like today, where it's like 9 to 6. Today was 9 to 6. So beautiful sunset. Oh, thank you all for joining us. Really appreciate everyone coming. Fiona's going to be packing, but you'll be able to watch. We are taking a turn here as we head towards our next destination, a little bit out to sea. A little bit of the ship here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I think I may go figure out where everybody else has gone for dinner or whatever. Dinner may be done, though we may go to the buffet for a little bit of second dinner. So thank you all for joining us. Again, Trish, thank you for the super thanks. Look at that sunset. Really appreciate everyone coming. Look forward to seeing you again in a couple of days. So, right. I'm just going to let you enjoy this for a few minutes before I sign off, but I thought I'd at least maybe keep my mouth shut and just let you watch. And you can see the good hard working crew down here as they shuffle the chairs around. Look at that. That sunset is gorgeous. All right. Thank you for joining us. Love you all. God bless you all. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, and watch for our video to drop later this evening. Bye-bye.